Hi, my name's Josh. I'm an osteopath, naturopath and pain management specialist, and I'm going to talk to you today about the best way to set up your posture for working at home. Now, when you're working at home, there's always going to be compromises. So I'll lay out the ideal first, and then we'll talk about the best compromises that you can make to maintain your health and reduce stiffness and pain while you're working from home. So the ideal position, you want to be thinking about having a straight spine with the line of gravity travelling through your ear, down through your hip bone, through your shoulders, so that your spine is taking all of the load and your muscles can switch off and they no longer have to work hard while you're sitting still. The further forwards you go, the more the muscles on the back of your spine have to work to stop you from slumping. The further backwards you go, the more the muscles on the front of your spine have to work to stop you falling backwards. So the first thing you need to be doing is planting your feet on the floor, making sure you have a stable base on the ground, bringing yourself close to the desk to stop you from having to lean forwards to get to your station. You want to rest your elbows on a surface so the muscles in the top of your shoulders are not working too hard to elevate your arms and hold the weight of your arms. You want your wrists to be in a neutral position, neither too flexed nor too extended, as this can predispose to golfers or tennis elbow. You want the screen, ideally, to be at a height where you don't have to look down or up to see it. I don't have quite enough books here to raise it up. Ideally, my screen should be around this height. I also don't have a keyboard, so I'm going to have to make some compromises. But the idea for perfect ergonomic positioning is a straight spine, straight wrists, no muscles working in the shoulders to elevate your arms, grounded in the floor, slightly resting in the back of the chair. And here I can relax without needing to slump. But this is not a realistic position to be able to stay in for an extended period of time. And if you think about our evolutionary history, we've been on this planet for approximately 70,000 years as Homo sapiens. And we invented agriculture 11,000 years ago. The first real desk jobs appeared with the Industrial Revolution, which was approximately 250,000 years ago. Not thousands, sorry, 100 years ago. Don't quote me, I'm not a historian, but I'm just giving you a perspective on time frames. Now, if you think about the technological revolution, when we started to work on computers, 50, 60 years ago? We haven't evolved to sit for extended periods of time at computers. We have evolved to be moving around constantly all day in a jungle or a plains environment, and it's really movement that is going to maintain your health while you're working at home, not a perfect ergonomic position. So the thing that you need to do first is to practice responding to your body when it asks you to move. So what I want you to do is find a timer and set a timer for 3 minutes, and I want you to find a position where you would normally work, and I want you to set that timer now, pause the video, and you want to listen to what your body does when you stay completely still. Move not a single muscle for 3 minutes, and try and listen to the parts of your body that are asking you to move. That sense of your body asking you to move is your body saying, actually, I'm lacking blood in the area that you're needing to move. I haven't got good circulation because I haven't got the muscles contracting in order to bring blood to those tissues. I need movement in order to facilitate healthy fluid movement inside your body, and it's the fluid movement that maintains the health. So, after you've done that 3-minute video, pause it now, start the timer, tell me how you felt afterwards. Next, I'm going to show you some very simple fidgeting stretches that you can do. The first one is going to be sitting down in a slightly different way. So, normally when people sit down, they position themselves so that they are already flexing into seated. When you relax in this position, you slump. And that's because you positioned your spine here already. To change that, when you sit down, you can sit with your distance between your nose and your navel long. This keeps your spine straight as you sit down, and when you relax, make sure you aim for the front of the chair when you're doing this. When you relax, you're able to maintain a completely straight spine with no muscular effort whatsoever, and you're much less likely to move into a slumped position. This is the first way to help you to stop getting stiff. The next movements are, you're going to work from your legs up to your neck, and you're going to just move your feet. So you're lifting your toes off the floor, then lifting your balls of your foot off the floor, pressing your heels into the ground. If you've got a bit of resistance on the desk, that's great. Get your calf muscles working. Move your legs in and out and start getting the muscles on the outside and inside of your hips working. Press your heels into the floor to feel your quads working. This is acting like a muscle pump to get all the circulation going back up towards your heart. Next, tense your abdominal muscles, slumping and straightening. Try and do this from the pelvis, not from the upper body. So curling and straightening. This is fantastic for the lower back. Bend to the side, bend to the other side. Get your lower back stretching. This is harder if you've got arms on your chair, but just have your arms on the outside of them. Rotation as well is a fantastic movement to practice. You can either reach for the back of your chair or you can lift the other arm behind you. Taking a deep breath while you're here. Breathing out and relaxing into the stretch. Repeating the same on the other side. For your neck, dropping your head down towards your armpit on the opposite side, resting the arm on top of the head. Do not pull. I've seen people injure themselves by yanking their head down towards the floor. You just need the weight of the arm to facilitate a gentle stretch in the neck on one side. Breathing and relaxing 3 times. Repeating the same on the other side. Moving your neck down and upwards towards the ceiling. Try sticking your tongue to the roof of your mouth when you move upwards towards the ceiling to stop the joints from being compressed too much at the back. This stretches the muscles in the front of your throat. And looking down, relaxing into a nice slumped position. Rolling the shoulders. Make sure that you get the shoulders moving. These are tending to get stiff, especially if you're holding your arm upright using a mouse all day. Flick the fingers and clench the fists. This will get your forearm muscles working in a way that is much more broad than simply just clicking or typing. And after that, your whole body should have had a little bit of movement, your concentration should be better, you'll be less stiff, and you can get back to work with less distractions. Those are my tips for working at home.